Welcome back to another episode of Tell Me a Story, Storytime with Lack. And joining me on the other sofa today is probably the cutest person in the world, my friend Twan, who is talking to me about their experiences and their journey doing pole fitness and why it's been such a liberating experience for them, what it's like starting a hobby as an adult, and why, if you have a panic attack during your first session of pole, why maybe it's a good idea for you to still continue. It's a great episode. I love Twan, so if you're ready, let's go. Hi Twan, how are you
Hi.
doing?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm excited for this.
Thank you for joining me here on the yellow sofa. Of course, I ask all my guests. The first thing I ask them is, "What are you drinking?" So, Twan, what's your drink of choice?
Well, I've been out in the sun all day, so I just wanted something nice and refreshing. So it's a little bit boring, but I've just got my trusty orange and mango juice. Always.
You know what? Fair, like absolutely fair and valid. I'm drinking water, so I'm the boy.
Okay, we're on
Yeah.
the same wave. Okay, I like it. I was thinking, like, when I first thought about this, I was like, oh, I'll get some drinks in, it'd be great. And now I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to pretend like I'm
Juice.
actually healthy. Yeah, I need some
Yes,
juice. I
juice.
need some vitamins. Like,
Fair.
whew.
So we know what we're drinking, we know what we're doing. Twan, what is the story that you're going to be telling us here on the Yellow Soft? What are you going to be talking to us today
So
about?
when you first were like, "Oh, I want to get people on and like to talk about stuff," I was like, "I have nothing to talk about. I don't know why you brought me on there." And you were like, "Bro, you've been doing pole fitness. Talk about pole fitness." So this is my
Yes.
pole journey, and I'm so excited.
I'm okay. Obviously, like there's certain people that I've asked them to talk about certain things, and
Yeah,
you were one of them because like this journey that you've been on just looks so amazing, incredible. So I guess
yep.
let's just start from the beginning, and I want to know when did you first? Actually, no. Why? What got you into? What was your first thought when you were like, I want to do this?
So
Was there a particular thing?
I don't know if there was like a particular thing. Like I think like forever on TikTok, there's always been like beautiful women like doing pole, like just gorgeous women. And I was like, strong women, I'm all about this. Like, let's go.
Yes.
And then a really close friend of mine started a pole class, like going to classes, like a few months before me. And I was like, oh, that's like all this time I've been thinking, oh, I'd love to do that. But I'd never ever thought, like, oh, it could be a local thing. Like, it could actually be in my area.
Yeah.
Because she's like down on the seafront by Weston. And I was like, that's so wild that you just have a pole studio there. And so I was like, maybe I should actually look into this. But it took me a few months to like work up to it. But I was like, yeah, like, she looks absolutely incredible doing this. And like, she's having so much fun. And I used to be like super energetic. I did loads of stuff. I did like dance, gymnastics,
Oh, okay.
taekwondo. Like I used to do stuff, loads of stuff. And then I just dropped it all. So it's like all of it just went. I didn't want to do any of it anymore. And forever I've been like, I really need to do something that I enjoy again. And so I was like, well, I may as well give it a go, I guess. And then I just Googled it and there was like a studio like 5 minutes from my house. I was like,
That's
what?
you know what? You're actually the first guest on the Yellow Sofa to talk about a hobby, which I find I love. Like I find it
Yeah.
so, especially as an adult, like starting
Right?
a hobby as an adult.
Oh my god, it's so
I
hard.
It is. I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't got one yet because I'm kind of a little bit nervous, and I
Right?
imagine like, did you feel the same? Like, let's talk about.
Oh my god, I was shitting myself. I
Yeah.
was so scared. I actually dragged my mum along with me. I was like, not doing this on my own. Mum, let's do pole dance together. And she was like, yeah, I'm up for that. I was like,
Really?
really? Okay, sure. But yeah, I was like, can't do this on my own. Don't know anyone. It's so terrifying. And like all of my other hobbies I had when I was younger, I gave them up because like I just got really insecure and I didn't really have close friends there, and it felt really cliquey. And I was like, God, I
Mm,
don't want to do this again. Like, I don't want to be in like segregated groups and stuff. Like, it's really
I
cliquey
hear
in
you.
places like that. Like, damn. And I was like, if I'm doing this, I've at least got to have some one person in my
Yeah.
corner. So I was like, right, mum, we're going. We're gonna do this. And I was
Do
so
you
scared.
remember? So you were scared. Do you remember your first session and
Yeah.
how you felt? Were you, because obviously you've returned and you're still doing it. So,
Yeah.
what was your first session like?
My
Pole
first
dancing.
session, I had a panic attack that lasted about half an hour.
Oh,
Basically, the entire half, first half, sorry, of my session. And I just had to sit outside. I couldn't do anything. Thought I was going to be sick. It was absolutely awful in front of all these people that I didn't know. My first impression, basically, with all these new people,
yeah.
my first impression of my instructor, who I since have found out has a fear of vomit, like I do. So that was great. I was like, sorry to just traumatize you there. Hope you don't mind. Yeah, it was actually awful. I hadn't done exercise in like 4 or 5 years, and we had COVID, so I'd been like at home for like 3 years doing nothing, and I just like was like, I can do this. I'm young and fit and healthy, and just like straight in there. I could not do it. Absolutely could not do it. I really struggled. The anxiety was horrendous. Yeah, I just sat literally half an hour of the hour, sat crying, having a full blown panic attack outside. And then I finally just sort of crawled back in, like at the end of after I'd calmed down, like, I'm back again, guys. Sorry about it.
That
And
sounds.
yeah,
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that that happened.
so,
I really like panic attacks and anxiety. It's like that's horrible.
yeah, awful.
And especially on your first, like you said, first impressions. What was it that made you want to go back?
So it was like a 6 week beginner block.
Okay.
So you pay for the 6 weeks. And I just remember thinking to myself, it's 6 hours of my life, an hour each week. And then that's it. I'm done with it. Never have to go there again. I never have to do it again. Like, I had my mum there, so she was kind of like, we're going to keep going. Like, I'm coming with you. Like, it was that kind of support network of
Yeah.
someone else is going, so I kind of have to go. And it was like, I paid for it, kind of have to go. But I was like, it's 6 hours of my life. That's not, I've had flights that are longer than that. Like, that's not a long time. I can do this. And if I hate it, fine. Like, that's it. It's over. I don't have to touch it again. So I was like,
That's such a good way to look at it though. Like
yeah,
it's yeah, you've had flights longer. It's only 6 hours and
yeah,
you paid for it. Okay, so when was
yeah.
this? This was the last year.
Yeah,
What month?
June.
June.
Yeah,
Okay,
June last
so we're
year.
coming up to a year.
I know! How
Amazing.
crazy is that? I know, I thought
And
about it earlier. I was like, oh my god, I've really been doing this a year now.
I
Damn.
don't know why, but it feels like you've been there longer because, like,
Uh,
I've seen all the progress that you've made on, like,
yeah.
even just on social media, like when you do your like then and now, and just like, wow, that's why
Right.
you had to talk about this.
Yeah, 100%.
But I kind of this is where I need you to like give me your expertise now. You've been doing it for a month. I mean, a
Oh
month. You've been
god.
doing it for a year.
Yeah.
I kind of think this looks so easy.
Yeah.
I feel like this looks so I could get on that pole and I could absolutely just like kill it. Can you tell me why that's not the case? Like why?
Okay.
I know it's not the case, but it just looks easy.
I also thought this. I was like, you just get up there, just go for it. Like, fuck
Yeah.
it. No qualms. Oh, okay. The muscles that you gain, because you're weightlifting yourself. Like, the weight that you use is your entire body. You have to have the grip. So you have to like condition your body to like bruise essentially so that you can get used to like burning your skin away on that pole. Like,
Okay,
it's
not
like
selling it to
friction
me.
burns
Not
on,
selling it to
like,
me.
I don't know if I can get my knee in, but this is the bruise, one of the bruises I have just from recently. And
What
like,
the?
my legs are covered in them. They're covered. So yeah, I started and I was like, this is gonna be so. It's just a few spins. Like, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be so easy. Oh my god, I had no. I still don't have a lot of strength, but I had nothing. No upper body strength. I couldn't like grip the pole. I couldn't stay up the pole like with like an actual space between my floor and my feet and the floor.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a mindset that you have to have
Oh
of like
wow.
trusting yourself and also feeling confident in yourself. Like when I started, I was wearing like baggy shorts, baggy like t-shirts, and now I'm like, I'll wear a thong. Fuck it. Like,
If you want to wear a thong, wear a motherfucking
wear a
thong.
thong. Like, go for it. I'm like, I'm getting my ass out like every week in front of these people. Like, I don't care. But it's like a whole new mindset you have to have of like trusting your body like can carry your weight, and also trusting that you're confident in it. Like, you can do these things. Of course you can. Like,
So
yeah, it might take you a while, but you'll get there.
when do you remember when, or did you even notice when you first noticed this new gained confidence? Because you had a panic attack the first session to now. Like, did you notice when you were like, actually, thongs?
Honestly, like, it's only happened really recently, actually.
Okay.
Like, it took a really, really long time for me to get there. I would come away from class like sobbing. Like, I would cry in class. The amount of
Oh
tears I've
no.
had in this class that they've all had to witness. So embarrassing. But I mean, it's not embarrassing. Like, because it happens to everyone. It just is a part of life, and everyone is so incredibly supportive. Like, it's such amazing to have like such a safe space to cry in. But yeah, I would cry all the time. I'd be like, I didn't nail this one move, so the whole lesson was a failure instead of like, oh, but I got this and I got this. Uh, I'd just like, sometimes I'd literally just cry on the drive home. It's like a 5 minute drive home, but I just cry all the way home. It was hard, man. And yeah, I think literally maybe the last 2 months, 3 months, I've been like, I can do this. I feel really confident in this. And if I can't do something, I'm like, that was so fun. Instead of being like, what the hell? I can't do this. This is
I
shit.
mean, the only thing that it sounds like I can relate to is just learning to drive. Like I remember when
Yes.
if I did something wrong, it doesn't matter if I did the perfect parallel park. It doesn't matter. But
Right.
if I didn't do that hill start, oh my god.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. And I used to come away from like driving like shaking so mad. And now I'm like, I'll just drive up to like Leeds. It's fine.
yeah.
Yeah,
What?
100%. Like I get that for sure.
So, is there a particular move that's been the most challenging that you're so happy that you've nailed?
Yes. So anything to do with inverting. So
I
anything
thought
to do
you were
with
just gonna
upside
end.
down. Yeah,
I
honestly,
thought you
yeah.
just go
Anything.
anything.
I'm surprised I can do anything, which is also true because, like, a year ago, I would not have been able to do it still. But yes, inverting, going upside down. The first time I did it, I promise you, I cried the whole lesson. My instructor was like physically holding me onto the pole. She was like, I'm literally holding you right now. I have you. If you were to let go, I've got your whole body weight. And I was like, I can't do it. Don't let me go. Can't do this. This is horrible. And she was like, I'm literally standing here, bro. Like, you're fine. You're totally fine. And then, yeah, I cried all the way home. And I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever done in my life. And then, literally, like a week ago, I was like, I just inverted. I just did that.
What was it that you were like didn't like at first?
I didn't trust the strength that I have in my own body. So a lot of it, you have to grip with like your thighs and your knees. I just didn't trust that I had that. I was like, I can feel myself slipping. I can feel myself falling. And we don't practice with crash mats. So you just fall to the floor. Obviously, you don't do that because you learn how to, use your strength and you learn how to dismount really carefully and like controlled. But I just felt like I didn't have any of that control. I just like in my own brain, I was like, I don't have the strength for this. I'm not strong enough to hold my own body. I'm not strong enough to like, as soon as you're upside down, everything goes out the window. I'm just like, I just want to get down right now, right now. And they're like, yeah, you just need to move your hand. And I'm like, I don't know the difference between left and right. I am upside down. Help me. I'm like, I don't know what you mean. So it was just this whole thing of like, I don't know what I'm doing. And now I'm upside down. Like, it's even
Yeah.
worse. So yeah, I'm so proud of myself that I'm like, I'm there now. I can just do it. And I do. I just like kind of fling myself around and I'm like, yeah, cool. Let's go.
Yeah,
Take
because
that.
honestly, like I said, like I've been seeing your journey, which you are on TikTok, you're on Insta, and I'm like, wow, this looks so. it actually doesn't look easy. And the things that you are doing, like you're climbing on people, and then your legs this way, your
Yeah,
arms this. I'm just like, how?
it's nuts.
What?
Yeah. Every day I will come away from class like, what the fuck? I just did that? And
Yeah.
like before, like a few months ago, like 6 months ago, I would have come away from class being like, oh, I fucked that up. Oh, I didn't do that right. Oh, that was shit. And now I'm like, oh my god, who is she? What is this? Like, this is amazing. And I always have something that I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna post this. Whereas before, I was so like careful about like what I wanted to post, like what has to be like perfect, has to be looking
Mm.
nice. And now I'm just like on TikTok right now, I'm just like, yeah, I didn't really nail this, but like it was really fun. So like, here you go. This is what I did today.
Is
Love
your
it.
mom still?
No,
No.
she did the 6 weeks, and she was like, yeah, that was fun. Like, I can tick off that box, but like, it's not really for me. I was like, you know what, fair enough. Like, I'm glad I had your support in the 6 weeks
Yeah.
because I
So
wouldn't have
what's
done
it
it
been?
otherwise.
Fair. What's it been like creating a sisterhood, a womanhood? Like,
Yes.
what's that been like?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And do you think that that's impacted the way the fact that you enjoy it as much?
100%. I would not be here right now if I didn't have the support from even just my instructor. She's incredible. She's absolutely incredible. I yesterday had a hoop class and I just had a bit of a wobble. I was having a bit of a cry, as you do, as I always do in class apparently. And she came over to me, she gave me a massive hug. She was just like still teaching the class, but she was just hugging me like on the side, like, yeah, just do this, do whatever. And then she was like, what's your favourite song right now? And I was like, I can't get my fucking brain to work. I don't know. I can't think of any songs. I don't,
Power.
yeah. And she was like, okay, so what kind of bands do you like? What's your favourite band? And I was like, Paramore. And she was like, never heard of them. And then she just put them on.
Wait the
Yeah, yeah,
whoa.
yeah. I was like, okay, knock me while I'm down. Thanks. Sure. Haven't heard of the best band in the world. Fine. I see how it is.
Okay, sorry, that just whoa. Sorry. Just okay, I
Nearly
wasn't
quit
expecting
right
that.
there and then, but yeah,
Yeah.
fine, I guess. And then yeah, she just like put on Misfits, and she was like, "Let's fucking go." She was like, "You can do this routine. I know you can. This song is on for you. Like, let's go." And then she was like, "Guys, come on! Like, this song is on for Beth right now. They're gonna do it. They're gonna crush this routine." I fucking did it, man. I did it. I did it.
That's amazing. I
But
know, I love hearing that.
the support is just unreal. It's like anything goes. Like, and it's not just pole. Like, we'll meet up outside of it, or like go get drinks, or like have like a day doing painting, or like whatever. Like, it's just it's just so incredible to have these incredible women, incredible strong women who all have these different stories. They all come from different backgrounds. Like, they're going through shit times, some of them, and they turn up every fucking day and they're there to support you. And they're like, I know you got this, and we're going to do this together. And like, it doesn't matter what happens outside of these walls. Like, we've got each other in this space. It's an incredible space where you can just be safe. And yeah, oh my god, I can't even tell you.
That's really
It's
like
beautiful.
goosebumps.
It's
Goosebumps. I
absolutely
really
beautiful.
love no, I love hearing that. I love that you've got this safe
Yeah.
space now, like especially like you mentioned at the beginning how horrible like you felt,
Yes.
anxiety, all
Yeah.
of that, and now
And like, I've been in places before which have been like mainly for women, like when I used to do dance class or when I did gymnastics class. And yeah, it's really clicky. And it's like, if you don't fit in, like, you can fuck
mm,
off. And I didn't fit in. Like, I just didn't. I was like the outlier, like the weirdo. Like, I didn't, everyone had been there since they were like kids. So, like, they knew each other, they'd grown up together. And then I just kind of started, like,
mm.
I'm here, like, hi guys. And everyone's like, who the fuck is that? Like, we don't want to know her. And so I was like, going into this, I was like, oh shit, it's going to be the same because everyone's at all these different levels. They've been doing
Yeah.
it, 2 months or like 20 years. Like, they've been doing it
That's another
forever.
question that I wanted to ask. So everyone's on different levels, but how
Yes.
does that work in the beginning? Because obviously you started as a beginner, so
Yeah.
in the beginner class, is it just beginners or is it
Yeah,
like
so we do it like there's different stages that you move up to, and you'll talk with your instructor when you feel comfortable to move up. But so the beginners portion is only for people who have, you have to have done the 6 week block, and
okay,
then it's up into a year after you've done your block, and then you can move up from there. But like your beginners is just like going over like all the kind of basic things and then adding on to them once you feel confident, but just making sure you've got like a really strong foundation to start moving up. And then I think it goes like, it's like beginner plus and then like advanced and intermediate. So it staggers all the levels. And
okay.
then on a Sunday, we have a pole class, which is for every level. And then what she'll do is she'll just kind of pair people up who are like similar levels so that you can do like, she has like a different kind of stage for each person, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So she'll like do like the initial pose, and then it's like, okay, if you're an intermediate, you can do it like this way to challenge yourself a bit
Okay.
more,
Yeah.
like, so it's acceptable for like for everybody. But I just moved up to beginner plus.
Oh,
Who are
oh my
they?
gosh! I'll drink my water to that. Cheers.
Yes. It's so funny because like my instructor came up to me and she was like, why are you still in this class? Why are you still a beginner right now? And I was like, well, I had this fear that if I like went up to a beginner plus class, you'd be coming over to me and being like, why are you in this class? You should still be in beginner. And she was like, yeah, well, that fear came true anyway, didn't it? Because why are you here? You need to be up and level. I was like, okay, yeah, sure. Um,
You got me
you
there.
got me
You
there.
got me.
Guess I'll just move up. Don't mind me.
That's no. That's amazing. Like you're moving up. How many days a week do you do this?
On a good week, it will be like 5 or 6 classes in a week.
Wow, that's a lot.
It's quite a lot, yeah. On a, like I say, a bad week, I'd say like 3, maybe.
So three minimum.
Yeah, yeah, I would say
Oh
so.
my god.
I
And have you
knew though,
noticed?
like, I knew if I didn't keep going, if I didn't keep pushing myself and like consistently, especially after my first lesson when I was just like out of my brains in panic, if I didn't keep pushing myself, I'll just drop it. I'll just never go back to it. And like, I even find sometimes if I go away on holiday for like a week, I come back and I'm like, I could easily just not go again. Like, the cycle is broken. So I just
Yeah.
have to like keep at it. Even if I'm like, oh, I'm too tired for this. I fucking don't care. I don't want to go. I'm like, no, I know as soon as I get there, I'm going to be in a great place. Like, I
Oh
know I'm going to feel
god,
better.
that's amazing to hear. That is
It's
amazing
like
to hear, and I
insane.
think a lot of people can relate to that. Like, it's difficult to like be consistent, and
Oh
it's
my god, it's
difficult to
so
like
hard. Yeah.
to keep it going. But you, the fact that you at least three times a week, that's amazing. And I've got like another question I want to ask is like, have you noticed a change? Or what's the biggest change in your fitness, general fitness,
Oh
since
my
doing
god.
pole that you've
My
noticed?
my strength is like nuts. It's kind of frustrating because I feel like I'm quite a small person. So if I look at photos from before and like now, I have to kind of look to see the difference because like I don't pack on muscle. I'm a stick. But like I know in my body like my arms, oh my god, my thigh muscles, I'm like, what? My abs are like made of steel, man. Like, it's crazy. Like, the muscles I've gained is just unreal.
And
And
that's
like,
just for pole.
yeah, just from pole, I don't do anything else. Like, I do pole, I do hoop classes. That's it. That's all I do. Like, every week. And the just the gains that I have, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I could never imagine that I would ever be that. And like, I'm not even that strong, but like, compared to what I
Yeah.
was, it's like a massive difference, like huge difference. And like, there were things that I'd be doing like a few months ago that I'd really struggle because I just didn't quite have like the strength there yet. And I'm just like swinging around, and I'm like, yeah, cool. I know I can do this because I know I've got like the strength to actually like have that trust in myself now that I can do
Yeah.
it. It's
So
crazy.
what would you like say to anyone that wants to start pole fitness, what would you say to them? That maybe it might be a bit nervous. They might
Yeah.
be like, "Oh, is it for me? I'm a bit older. I'm this." It's just for you have to be sexy. You have to whatever. Like all
No,
these things.
bro.
What would you say?
Like, just go for it. Like, it will be the best decision you've ever made. If you've ever just like been like, oh, it's kind of fun. It is fucking fun. It's so fun, and you're trusting your body. You're gaining confidence in yourself, and you're surrounded by incredible people who are like at all different stages, all different body types, all different strengths, and like you just find this community that you could just trust with anything. Like, it's absolutely unreal. Like, I never ever thought that I would be doing pole. I never thought I would go back after that first lesson. Holy shit, like, I spent my entire first lesson having a full-blown panic attack. I thought I was going to vomit. And now it's been nearly a year, and I'm still going. Like, nothing can stop you. Like, you can do this. Like, anyone can do this. I swear to
Honestly,
you. Like,
honestly, Twan, you had me out wearing a thong. Like once I heard that, I was like, right.
right, get my thong on, get my bra on. Oh my god, literally picking out, like, you would not believe. So it's like I started off with like big baggy t-shirts, and now I'm like picking out pole outfits where I'm like seeing a bit of like cleavage here, like how much of my ass can I get out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a few months ago, my instructor was like, oh my god, you've got a peach tattoo on your ass. I was like, yes, and this is the perfect opportunity for me to get it out and show it all the fucking time. Thank you. Thanks for
Yes.
reminding me.
Yes. Absolutely. Like
And
when
now
else are you
she
gonna?
just whips it out. She's like, have you guys seen this? I'm like, thanks, yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
That is
love it.
amazing, Twan. I feel inspired to start poll, so
Go
thank
for
you.
it.
For any other reason of this episode, like
Because
thank
also,
you.
like, I do keep talking about womanhood and, like, you know, the sisterhood that we have, but, like, there are guys that go to our classes as well.
Oh really?
It's like, anyone can do this. Anyone. And any age as well. Like, there's people in their 50s. Fucking go for it, man. Like, anyone, I swear to you, anyone can do that. And if you're like, I don't have the strength for that, bro, neither, like, look at this. No, neither did I. I have nothing in my body. I'm a stick. I hadn't done exercise in like 5 years. I hadn't even like gone running or been to the gym.
Yeah.
Nothing. I promise you, I had done nothing. And now I can do this shit.
Now you can fucking do the fucking what's it called? The invert.
I can invert. I can
Now you can
hold my
invert.
body above the ground upside down. And like,
Yeah.
I used to not even be able to like open a can. So like, come on, anyone can do this. I swear, I promise you.
Twan, oh my gosh. Like, thank you for
Thank
sharing
you.
this like beautiful art. It looks beautiful.
It is. It's a gorgeous piece of art.
Your TikTok is
I think, because I keep changing the title because I can never remember, but I think it's Beth Pole Fit.
and your Insta. I mean, I'll tag them in the
Yes.
description anyway.
My
but guys,
Insta
go
is the
and check-
same as Beth Pole Fit.
You
But I
need to
do
check
keep
it out.
changing it all the time, so
Yes,
if
you
that's
do.
wrong, I can't remember anything. I swear to God.
But thank you for sharing your story,
Thank
and
you.
yeah, I love you.
I love you so much. Thank you.